Hi everyone, it's Laverne. I'm back. Good evening to everybody. Depending on your time frame, or I'm sorry, your time zone, I'm on the East Coast, so it's about 6 o'clock here, or six or so around here. So I wanted to hop on tonight and tell you about the points of references that were big helps for me. I think as you deal with somebody with dementia, like I said in the beginning, for the first 3 years, my dad and I took care of it all on our own. Buying supplies, doing everything was just out of pocket, trying to figure everything out, doctor's appointments and everything. So as time went on, someone had mentioned to my daughter, actually, that there was a place that we could go to get some assistance for her. And first thing, as everything is in this world, is, income requirements, and is she going to qualify? Is she not going to qualify? My parents worked their whole lives, just mainstream, medium type of lifestyle, nothing extravagant, nothing low, just medium, just regular people. So who knew what they were going to qualify or not qualify for? So you can see the birds in the background, and I put that there to keep my mom entertained, because when she does get out to sit in the yard, she loves watching the birds. It makes her happy. It's one of the things that she always enjoyed, and it's good to see that it brings back memories for her. So I'm sorry, I got off the track of what we were talking about. So on the point after this was mentioned to my daughter, we were able to get assistance. We were able to find some health aides, and that has increased over time as she has declined the hours. It goes by hours, so that has increased over the time, which has been great. We also, after many years of buying her incontinence supplies, were able to get help with that as well. So I think as regular just citizens, we automatically think that you're going to go to elderly affairs to get what you need, right? Elderly affairs is going to help us because that's the local government. You pay taxes, so that's where you go. You can definitely try and go through them. If you don't mind spending some time on the phone and you don't mind pushing a lot of buttons and waiting a lot of time just on hold. So what we did go through is what we call here, again, I'm on the East Coast and I'm in Rhode Island. We have what we call community care action programs and offices set up, and they do go straight through and file with the benefits with the states, but they were able to help us also too. There's what we have here called Tri-County. So if you have any of those in your local area, again, community care action offices are such a big help. I cannot praise these people enough. They do a lot for you. Also the Tri-County offices, if you have them, people, I guess in Rhode Island here, I really thought Tri-County was more for like infants and children in daycares, but they go all the way from infancy all the way up to geriatric age. So they do as well too, and they've been a great help at it as well. I cannot say enough about the woman that we have that works with us from there, our advocate. She's very, very good. Learning from the advocate, I also learned that the incontinence supplies could be covered through the insurance. And I guess it was just my negligence that I did not know that would be covered from her insurance. So the way that works is you do get in touch with my mom has Blue Cross. You get in touch with the insurance company and make sure first that they will cover the incontinence supplies. What you do need, and I did not know, was a doctor's prescription. That's what gets you to get it covered. So we reached out and we were told what the incontinence supply company was. It was a local one here. They send a form to the doctor's office, which the doctor then completes and faxes back. You may have to bring the form directly to your doctor's office, and then bring it back or not. That all depends on how the supply company works in your area. Everybody works a little different, but it does require a prescription. So once you get that prescription, you're set, and that helps. When I tell you that I probably went from 200 plus a month to having diapers and sanitary pads and chucks, to cover the chairs and stuff, covered, it was a big help, because they just cost a lot of money. They really do. And unfortunately, through the time with my mom just sitting, she's at the point where she did, like I said, she had COVID, she had some problems. She has not really many medical conditions, but her knees are not very good. So she's very, very immobile. And with that happening is over the time of sitting, she has gained weight. And unfortunately, she was never really a big woman, but she has gained some weight. And that's made it harder on sizes when you pick it up, and also for, mobility and moving around. So again, the key points I could stress enough to is reach out to your community care action group. Reach out to your tri-counties if you are lucky enough to have them in your area. The ones that you might see and you think that they only handle children or infants, they don't. They handle a lot more. They also handle for the elderly as well too. And then reach out to your insurance companies, whether it's Blue Cross, Aetna, neighborhood, whoever you have, and just make sure. It's an easy phone call, or sometimes even on their websites, that the incontinence supplies, if you need them, can be covered. Also, I would assume some equipment can be covered too as well if it's prescribed by the doctor and needed. The other thing that was really helpful for us was she needed a walker, a shower chair. A lot of these things I bought because I did not know. I just knew she needed them. We went out, we got them. But there's also local groups, and they're usually, for here in Rhode Island, they come from the Masons. And I can't say enough again about Masons. The lodges, you might see the Grand Lodge Masons or the Mason groups. Here in Rhode Island, we do have a local Mason. We have a couple of them. And they do supply reused medical equipment, whether it be walkers, canes, chairs, hospital beds. I think it's also might be the Shriners, I'm not sure, but they also do some too for hospital beds and stuff. And these, some of the equipment, the canes and stuff like that, they'll just give to you. It was donated from other people, maybe people who unfortunately passed away, or people who no longer need those things. And then as far as like wheelchairs for transport and stuff like that, they will loan them to you. And you don't give them any money. You just sign a paper that you'll bring it back, and they gladly give you what they need, what they have. And also too, in this type of group, and like I said, it's a lot from the Masons, they have extra supplies that people might have donated, like if someone unfortunately passed away and they were left with diapers, or they were left with the chucks or the pads, or they cannot be used anymore because the store went out of business. People will donate to the Masons, and then the Masons are there to help you as well. So they have been a great help as well too. And so point of reference is reach out to your community. Look in your community and see, but do look up the Masons because it's a big help. Or if you have the Shriners, or you have groups like that in your local community, they do help, and it helps. Also too, for my mom, we did reach out to Meals on Wheels, and the advocate over at Tri-County did that as well too, but we had reached out to them before too. And again, it's income based. You may have to pay $3 a meal, or you may get the meal for free. But if you have, or are caring for somebody who maybe you can't get to every day to give them a meal, or you're not able to provide due to finances, which we all face, a Meal on Wheels is helpful, and it gives them a meal at least once a day. They're getting a very good meal provided to them, delivered. The people that deliver them are all volunteers, and they're all absolutely wonderful. I have not met one that is not sweet and kind. And you can do donations to them as well too if you have it, a couple extra bucks to them, and it just helps them, and it helps them provide for the community as well too. Not going to say that happens overnight either too. You have to apply for it, and then you do. But most of the time, I know here in Rhode Island, our Meals on Wheels in Providence was really good. Within a week or two, it was all set up. So it's not an extreme long time, but it helps. And like I said, and it comes with like a milk or a juice and a little bit of a tray, and it's a meal that we know that is healthy. And if we're not available to cook for her, or not, whatever, or the aide is busy and not sure what to give her, it's a controlled meal. It's there, and she can have it, and it's really helpful. Doesn't mean she necessarily has to have it at lunch. Sometimes they give her a breakfast, or sometimes she might have it at dinner because she's not feeling all that hungry. So there are options for you to consider. And other thing to say to you is, don't ever be too proud. Just do it. These things help, because as you are dealing with this, giving can become very, very expensive and very time consuming. And very draining in a lot of different ways. So if you can get that little extra help, it's great. And like I said, even the people who deliver Meals on Wheels, they come in, they're friendly, they say hi, they talk to her. It's someone for her to talk to, and she says hi and she enjoys it. And as well with the people, like I said, I cannot say enough about the Tri-County, the community care action groups. They've been so nice, so helpful. They understand. Sometimes they'll have extra supplies of things that maybe it's wipes, maybe it's some more of the chucks or anything that was delivered and they got extra of. They bring it to you, or you can go pick it up. And trust me, when you have someone who's incontinent, it helps. It helps because you're facing a lot of messes sometimes. Also, too, I wanted to reference back to in the insurance company and the supplies. Like, as you call them, and when you're talking to the doctor and you're talking to the people at the supply company, make sure you know your numbers. Like, we had to know this is the amount of diapers that she uses daily. This is what we do. Unfortunately, she's up to a little bit more kind of high quality of high amount, not quality, but amount of diapers that she uses daily, the incontinence, because as the dementia progresses, our aides are very good at having her on a 2-hour schedule to go to the bathroom, but that doesn't mean that she might have an accident in between and she doesn't always know to say. She doesn't always even sometimes, unfortunately, know that it's happened. So as the disease progresses, your supply need will go up. Trust me, it will go up. And you just don't realize how fast a package of diapers goes, like so fast. So keep those things in mind. And I hope that they help you to understand, again, just a rundown, community care action groups, your tri-counties, your insurance companies, and see the Mason Lodges in the areas, or the Shriners, or, warehouse supplies. Masonaries have warehouses sometimes, and it's just a great group of people that have a lot of donations to do. So please comment if you need anything, like any advice on something, or please leave me a message if there's something you want to hear about. I will continue to go through the story, and again, I didn't mean to make it so lengthy, but I really want to try to give you as much information as I can, and let you know. As you can see, it's evening and I got outside for a little bit. And like I said, the birds flew away, but it is something that keeps her happy when she's out here in the yard. The birds are sweet. So a little off track on that one, but anyways, enjoy. Have a great evening, and I hope that this information helped you. And if you need any more information, please let me know. Or if you're located in Rhode Island and you want phone numbers and addresses, please just ask, and I will I'll post them for you. All right. Thanks. Bye.